Welcome, I am Brianna and this is my life on paper, and I am playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. On the last Friday of the month, there is a group that plays along, and you can, it is taking inspiration from the chosen layout and then doing a mixed media layout out with it. So the picture that was in the beginning is a picture that was done by, or was created for Ranger Ink. So I went into my stash and into my photos, and I found this beautiful picture of my girlfriend Becky's daughter's wedding cake. And so I think I'm going to trim it down to a 4x4. And then I'm going to use these paints, which I'm not sure how this is going to go. I went with black and green. Hopefully this doesn't look Mardi Gras, but the purple, black and green. Purple and green. I also have black and white. The purple seems to go with the tablecloth and that. Her color is actually more of a periwinkle, but I think this will be good for the picture. We have green for the flowers. And then, and I'm thinking hard, can you tell, like if I mixed it with a little bit of green, would I get a little bit darker green? I do have a darker green paint. Actually, I think I have a brighter green paint. But in the photo, there was some black, which I don't think would be a bad thing necessarily either. And then we have white, just in case I'm gonna use white paper, but just in case it goes bad, it's gonna be my, I don't know, help me fix it, let's put it that way. And I have all these glares because of the glass mat, so I'm trying to just strategically place everything. A couple of things I'm going to use. I found these are Paper Studio, and they come in a big pack with florals as well, but I like the greeneries, and I think this is going to work for going kind of behind the corners. Oops, kind of behind the corners like that. I do have a label that says together. I may or may not use that. I have a doily, which is probably the wrong green. Not necessarily, I don't know. This might be something I use as well. I have some of these lovely purples that I've punched a couple out. It also has the silver, so that's an option. And then I have, from 49 Market, I have these film strips and eggplant. And again, this is purple, this is eggplant, but I think I can use them together. We're gonna see. So I decided I'm gonna start out, okay, here's the other thing. It looks like the back is done with paint and roller. I am a mixed media novice, and that's okay. I like to play and learn new things. This is a Cricut roller brayer, but it's really meant to smush things on your Cricut. This could go really bad, or it could work really good. Oh, and I'm just gonna jump in. Not testing these before. Maybe these are even dried out. How do I know? So this is what I saved for my kids' art supplies, right? I cleaned that out. That was, oh, here, we've already tried some purple. Now you gotta go with it. I have no idea how much or how little, but the good news is you just keep going until you get what you like. All right. Oh, see, that's not necessarily the look I'm going for, but it does look beautiful. So that's the purple, and maybe I just need more paint. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna clean this up because I'm gonna do other colors, and then I'll be back after my paper dries, and you'll see all the colors on it. Welcome back. Here is the results of what I just did, and you're gonna get glare off of other things on the table, but it's not the results I was looking for. To me, this looks like the Incredible Hulk colors. I know it's not purple, but that was the vibe it's giving me. So back to the drawing board, and what I did was, right away when I put the ink down, you know, it gives a nice texture, but I didn't feel like that's what I was looking for. So I went and I got some gesso, and I have to tell you, I just found the cheapest thing I could find, and sorry about the glare, at Michael's. So it's white gesso, and if you bought it online and went and picked it up at the store, it was 40% off. So I'll let you know how that works. But I hadn't had any gesso. So I gessoed it, I let it dry. It is warped a little bit. It's okay. It'll be in a page protector. It'll straighten out. The next thing I did was I went to Hobby Lobby and I got their 40% off of their Master's Touch. And I got a pack of 36 colors for $31. It does not have every single color. And this is a very pretty color. This is called Cobalt Blue. And if you look at, well, so I gathered some things. I'm not going to use these in the layout today, but these are kind of some of the colors that I'm going for these wedding photos. So, you know, and I don't know exactly what Cobalt Blue, we've got more of a light yellow. Here's more of a silvery color. Here is kind of what I'm picturing Cobalt, oops, sorry. This is what I'm picturing Cobalt Blue, but I also have this pretty lavender color. So if you look at what I mixed up, and I know you can't see it great, and I know there's glare, but this blue looks like this blue. So I'm calling that a win. And what I did was, and it took a little bit of Googling, my friend Google, pink, and my pink is awfully light, and this is what I had for my kids' paints, this Craft Smart. Some of them said blue and red and white, and then some of them said pink and blue, and then some of them said pink and blue, and then you can light it up with white. Well, I used this really light pink, so I think that's what gave me this beautiful color. So now the next thing to do is I'm gonna put this, and I didn't make a lot, and I gotta tell you, I did it twice. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put it on the roller or on the paper? I kind of want to put it on the paper. I know I did it twice, and I know I can make more of this because it's kind of 1-to-1 ratio. So the same amount you're putting pink, you're putting the blue. And again, you have to remember with mixed media, you're not wrecking anything, you're just trying it out. This is with the, this paper is that textured paper. So I think that helps us too. Now, even with the gesso, it's kind of given me the same, I don't think it's changing it any with the gesso, but that's okay. It's all a learning experience. So there, this is not bad. This is good. This is good. So we still get some of that color variation, which is really what I wanted to go. Whereas you could see my last attempt, and I don't know, can you see that? There's a little bit of white peeking through even in the middle. My last attempt, this was pretty darn purple all the way through. So I'm happy with that. Now the question is, and look how far that paint went. I felt like there was no paint there, and that went a really long way on there. I did like the Cobalt Blue, but I think it's gonna be too close to that, so I'm gonna stay away from that. The question is, what other colors? I would like to use a green, and now I have a couple variations of green. Purple would be nice, but I don't have a light purple, and yes, I know I can mix purple, right? We just showed that there. I think I'm gonna try, and I should reference the picture, which is around here somewhere. I'll find that in a bit. Well, here we've got, you know, maybe do we want something that color? But I don't think I have anything in that color. That's the problem. This is too blue. We've got ocean green and viridian, but that's not the right color. And then my other, okay, welcome back. So my camera shut off because I didn't have enough storage, and I've got things sorted out. But I went ahead and I'm very excited. I like these color combinations. Now it obviously looks very different than the original layout that I'm lifting, right? This is more softer. That was more dark, vibrant colors. So I wanted to remind you of after all this, the original photo. So look, I think this is gonna work pretty slick. It does still have to dry. I'm gonna use some of these pieces to go behind it. So there's that. So there's my periwinkle that I'm so excited about. I took my purple, and again, this is the Craft Smart from my kids, put some white with it, made lavender, and then in my Master's Touch acrylics, where's my green? Oh dear. Okay. I ended up finding chrome oxide green, and it does match. I mean, if I want to use this color too, it works because it matches with this, but by taking it and making it a lighter shade with the white, I made it the other shade of this, which also goes with this. I am so happy with these colors. Okay, so now I'm gonna pause again. This is gonna be a long one. I'll get cleaned up and then I'll find the embellishments to go with it and come back. Okay, so I jumped way ahead. Here's the completed layout. And most of the things I think I had shown you in the beginning that this is what I was doing, which feels like a very long time ago. So I have, I did switch these out. I was using, what color was I using? I was going to use, was it the plum? No, it was more of a purple. I was going to use a different color completely of, here they are. So I was going to use this eggplant and I didn't. And I have to talk about this too. So because the color is periwinkle, and I don't have any periwinkle things, and I think I did the best of my ability to make the periwinkle. Instead of going purple, even though, I mean, this is periwinkle, even though this is kind of purple, it's so confusing. So instead of using the eggplant, I used sage. So I stuck with the green tones. And I like the way it looks there. I had the green tones in the wreaths. This that I used with the stencil is spearmint, and this is Vicky Bouton. It's like a shimmer paste. I thought long and hard before I used that, but I just couldn't. And I even I thought about using Distress Oxides too, but that spearmint just kept calling me. And I do like the way it turned out. So I just stuck with the greens. So then I found some, I believe these are Tim Holtz stickers. Adventure awaits you, embrace the journey, best day ever. And then over on this side I put, I'm happiest when I'm with you and I love us, because it's a wedding. I think that's so cute. I needed a title, and I had those 4 purpley-ish, maybe you could even call that periwinkle. And I thought cake, which I know it's obvious, I know it's cake, but there's going to be a lot of other wedding photos and wedding layouts in my album. So it just screamed to me to put C-A-K-E on there. And I kind of like it in that this cluster here just looked like it was kind of just sitting out in nowhere. And so I felt like it kind of connected it to there. I did think about putting the title up there too, but it just felt like it needed to be tucked in here. And so that is it. That is my complete layout. Took me a long time only because I tried this and that, but that's the fun part of mixed media for me, is learning. So I tried the green and the purple, didn't work. I'm gonna save that because I can cut it up to use it on different layouts. Maybe I'm gonna make a Hulk layout that I'll need it for. So I'm not getting rid of that. I will use it in some fashion. I used the gesso that I've never used before, so that's going to continue to be a learning curve, but I like that. I think what I found out with doing this with the roller is that I really liked it when it went on thin, because then you really could see the texture in the background, and that again was something that I learned from just keep doing it and figuring it out and seeing what I liked. All right, let me know below, what did you think? Any questions, please let me know. And I'm gonna see you back here really soon for another video. Have a fabulous day.